It's okay. Off your mind, it's okay. Off your mind,
Chai! Now wow, people wey suppose talk truth to power don't off mic. And if we talk, now 500,000 they go summer us, call them hate speech. But fear not, Maiyegun don't come. Ingo torchlight every corner, nooks and cranny of all these bad people where they spoil our country. So my people make we laugh, Maiyegun don't come, my people make we shout, Maiyegun don't come, Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses, Maiyegun don't come, Politico, Maiyegun don't come, this one not the off in mind, Maiyegun don't come, and in the touchlight every corner, Maiyegun don't come. Okay, some people be they holla say they want the power. Chai, them be promise us say we go get light and power. Them hustle sote they can't get the power. But now they know they do anything with the power. Every day, dollar just they get the higher power over naira. Still them talk say make we off mind, but thank God say Maiyegun don't come. So my people make you ladder, Maiyegun don't come, my people make we shout, Maiyegun don't come, Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses, Maiyegun don't come, Maiyegun diary Politico, Maiyegun don't come, this one not the off in mind, Maiyegun don't come, person where they do evil, no one make person talk. Them say that Maiyegun, that man too they talk. He too they talk. Say Maiyegun diary, he they hot like pepper. But every day then they take money in bulk. Woman picking they the street they hawk. Still them talk say make we no talk. But thank God say Maiyegun don't come. So my people make you laugh, Maiyegun don't come.
Hello there.
Maiyegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ dódódódó.
Maiyegun diary, Maiyegun number one.
Maiyegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ dódódódó.
Maiyegun diary.
Good morning to you, good afternoon to you, and good evening to you from wherever you are watching from. This is Maiyegun Live.
Lórí Facebook, lórí YouTube.
Maiyegun diary, Maiyegun number one.
Gbogbo bó ṣe ń lọ ni Maiyegun já wa sí.
Maiyegun diary, Maiyegun number one.
Worry is like, are you missing me yet?
Maiyegun diary, Maiyegun number one.
Bó bá ṣe àní Maiyegun máa wí.
Maiyegun diary.
Allah, they say no, they finish. This past week, we have been on the issue of public officials abusing their power or shielding criminals who are above the law. And here is one again, Honorable Minister or Honorable Minister.
Maiyegun diary, Maiyegun number one.
Ju Kennedy.
Maiyegun diary, Maiyegun number one.
Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Share the broadcast.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn rákì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
They are out to get us, to cage us, and to continue to oppress us. As long as we keep quiet, there will be peace. This is their own modus operandi, their mode of operation.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Ọba bá gbé wúrẹ́.
Maiyegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Ijó ìgbádìí yẹ.
Maiyegun máa wí.
And yes, you like.
Palliative wahala, palliative wahala. This was about 2 weeks ago. We were talking about palliatives, rise, palliative for subsidy. Anyway, we thought that was it. But in the last 48 hours, because of subsidy palliative, they have broken somebody's head. And she's a commissioner in Ondo State. In Katsina, the people themselves, they caught the police who stole their own palliatives. So the citizens arrested the police because they stole palliatives tonight. Mutideo. So good morning to you once again. Good afternoon to you, and then good evening to you. This is Maiyegun live. You know the ritual, Tonight's broadcast is going to be like that of a Sunday sermon. If you have your children around, even though we want to talk about the government official, trying to shut a victim and the victims of rape, sexual harassment, some people's children assaulted sexually, and the assaulter, the abuser, is being protected based on a phone call between the horrible minister, Uju Kennedy. So things will go south in the next 3 hours. And if you have children around, I know it is weekend, they are all home right now, getting ready to go back to school or go back to work, and on Monday, Abby, please tell the children to go and play. Because things can get, as usual on a Sunday sermon, we know they hold bar. Thank you very much for your cooperation. Now, have you read the caption of the broadcast? The description and every other thing within? Have you liked the broadcast itself? Have you liked this video? Well done. Now, in Nigeria, sexual harassment is a subject that those who are victims of sexual harassment, they ended up being those who get sort of gaslighted, sort of shamed. For example, right? Victims of sexual harassment, right, are blamed for how they are dressed, or why they went to a place, or why did they walk alone, and other things. Oh, they always wanted it, and so many other things like that. And in Nigeria, some smart people have decided to kind of give a name to that, and they call it rape culture. So the victims of sexual harassment and rape, they barely come out to speak out. The abusers, rapists in different places, and it has gotten to a stage whereby people now kind of have to read what they consider as sexual harassment or sexual favor. Do you get what I mean? Now, let me break that down for you. In Nigeria, students who have been either raped or sexually harassed by their own lecturers, only about 1% of them, less than 1% of the victims, have been able to stand up and fight their case, damning any public opinion about them. And in most cases, for those who have managed to speak out, they've mostly gotten support. I'm not going to say all of them. But the amount of the fight against it institutional fight against it is so weak in Nigeria that even those who are kind of saddled to fight and prevent it, because of how the system is kind of skewed, right? You will figure out that they themselves have either abused someone or they have been abused in the course of them, being in public office like that. Like it's like rape culture. Like it's okay now. You enjoyed it now. She enjoyed it now. At least everybody is shouting rape, rape, rape. Did they force her there? You know what I mean? Like things like that. But I'm kind of happy that most of this generation now are so aware that the the campaign against sexual harassment, rape, are actually getting the proper attention, but not from the institutions that are supposed to actually enforce that and ensure that women and men are protected. Now, when I say sexual harassment, the gender that is more in this basket are the women. There are also men who have been sexually harassed. So in Nigeria, if you are sexually harassed as a man, you are not expected to say much about it. So that is where the idea of rape culture in schools, at work, where you are trying to kind of get a job, they consider it as doing you a favor. What do you have to give in return? And the society has kind of normalized it that even those who are victims don't know they are victims. Do you understand that? Like, you can't fight something if you don't see where it hurts you. You can't fight or reject something if you don't feel like it touches you, right? And if you have no way of getting connected to it, your way of fighting it is never going to be the same like somebody who is actually a victim. Unwilling victims. You know, the unwilling victims are those who come out and say, no, I never wanted that. But the real victims who are easily ready, say, the lecturer is asking us that, he's been disturbing me. Do you understand what I mean? Sexual harassment is like, oh, he's been disturbing me. I don't even know, maybe I should just give it to him and then he won't have to fail me. So it's not new as well that, it's such a pandemic that a BBC, African Eye, did a documentary on that, exposed some of these lecturers who actually confessed. That is a normal thing now. Look at them, those students, are they not actually like shagging themselves like, with their own mates? So what is the big deal? In that BBC documentary, lecturers in Nigeria, they were saying it, they didn't know they were being recorded. They said, look at all these small girls. Their success on this campus is in our hands. So what is wrong if they give to us what they give to their boyfriend for free? Give them to us and we give them something back and promote them on camera. And in fairness, we have record of where after public uproar, anger and rage, some of these perpetrators have been sort of punished, but in the Nigerian way, not go to jail. You know, when you sexually harass someone and they kind of prove it, or you actually have sex with them when they didn't consent because you are their lecturer and you could make them sort of lose their grades and all of that. You will go to jail, you will lose your job and all of that. In Nigeria, if the public uproar is too much, they may just be like, okay, it's been suspended without pay. So they want to launch investigation. So all of that is just to see if the public opinion, the public will kind of simmer and everything will just go back to normal. And it will just, until people say, we have started seeing him again. Oh, the man they told us they suspended is back again. Oh, then the uproar will start again. That is Nigeria way. But for the first time, in a while, a minister of Federal Republic of Nigeria was caught on camera, on phone, calling the victims of sexual harassment from the University of Calabar. A lot of you saw those protests from those students from University of Calabar, protesting the sexual harassment, and many of them were like, I'm here to read my book, not to suck your dick. We are here to get, to get education for our future. It's not to come here and become, what do you call it? Your cesspool, something like, a lot of us have been aborting. We have been doing abortion for our lecturers because they had sex with us. It was horrible for some of you who followed that protest at the time. And it was the name of one man from, he happened to be the dean of faculty of law, law faculty at the University of Calabar. So where you would expect the system to kind of, right? When you want to get something right, that means you have to start doing something right. If you are doing something now and you are getting wrong results, it simply means that whatever you are doing now, you have to stop doing that and start doing it differently. Then you can start monitoring if you are getting a good or still bad result. Kind of. I don't know why Uju Kennedy felt like their phone call was appropriate, trying to defend a man called Cyril Undifon or Undifon. Now, Cyril Undifon is that dean that got suspended after the endless protest by the students, right? But what is the relationship of the Minister of Federal Republic of Nigeria? Not just that, Minister of Women Affairs, like a mother. She's a woman, she's a mother, she is a sister, and she should know better. Okay? And in the position and the kind of position Tinubu gave her, is position to care for the welfare of women. But you see all these ones in Nigeria, they don't understand what welfare of women and children simply mean. To them, it is by giving Ankara to women, widows, going to Christmas party with children, taking pictures with them, giving them gifts, giving food, right, to women and taking pictures with them. That is what the description of their own office says. Oh, giving the women loan. Let's give them 20,000 naira loan to start small business. That is the policy they consider as a women affair. Do you understand? Women affair. Oh, the women who are traders, if they have problem, they will go to the Minister of Women Affairs. But what is the real affairs of women other than protection of women's rights, strengthening them and punishing those who make women vulnerable, girl child vulnerable? Do you understand what that means? These are main policies that requires enough technical, the technical institutional know-how and readiness as well. They call it a political will, but readiness to say, listen, if you treat a woman this way, especially this way, if you sexually harass them, my ministry will ensure that you not only lose your job, you are jailed for that harassment. Even if it's going to be for 1 year, 2 years, I will do everything. I will write policies. I will do everything. And I will set examples. Lawfully, not grandstanding, not big man, big womanism. Institutional action. Those are the things that will change how women see themselves, not just that, and how women carry themselves around predators, rapists, and so many other people who unleash different violence on them. But our institutions, like higher institutions of learning, they are grooming ground for what you could later see in this society. Remember? When you see those who were cultists, you know that they will do well when they go into politics, because violence is not going to be new to them. Killings won't be new to them. They have already been doing that, okay, to flex their power and control and muscle. And they have done so without being punished, jailed for such, those crimes. Rather, they've built connections over time that they saw themselves, or kind of see themselves, doing very well in politics. Women, girls from that formation age where you are like, Jambito, newcomer, new JJC, blah 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 blah, to that innocent young girl to become somebody who is going to be turned into a sexual object in a way that she's going to see the world as, everybody want to take something from me before I actually get what I rightly deserve. Even when I deserve it, there is still always going to be remnants of some of them who are going to be sexually harassing me along the way. What is her offense? She is a girl. Now that's the world she's going to move into. If she's going to need a job and somebody says, well, if you want that job, that manager, you just need to find a way of making him happy. She's not going to be too surprised, because it's probably not going to be the first time she's been sexually harassed that way, because the system doesn't punish those criminals. Now, that's the society you have, where majority of those you finally see out there who formed what you see as Nigeria today, they are what? They are molded from those places. And those predators spend years, decades in those institutions, grooming young men and women into becoming the monsters that you have out there today. But when you see the brave ones against all odds, and they brave up, they brave up and they stand up and they face their own oppressors, despite the fact that this could cost them that same future, that they believe sexual harassment is going to deny them. This also could cost them that. So they live their life in fear. And that victimhood is something that, when it gains traction, whenever it gains publicity, the first thing people look for is the supporting system for the victims, and how many victims are willing and ready to actually speak out. And when they do, will they get that solid support system? I'm talking about people who are going to make them realize that they are doing the right thing for speaking out. You are doing the right thing. You are a very strong person. We know this is not easy for you, but we just want you to know that this institution will be for you, will protect you to the end, and we will ensure that your abuser is punished for that crime. Now, if you build a society around that, it is going to be a different one than what you have right now, where people have no empathy, sympathy. When they hear things, they just kind of feel like, what did you go and do there too? Well, who knows? So maybe when you are collecting money from him, when you are collecting his money, so you didn't know that is going to ask for kiniko. So a society that is built that way. So you want to destroy his name. Why do you want to destroy this person's life? Che the whole thing pass say they knock you ni. Che yourself no enjoy am ni. And you know say this man get family. Why do you want to break his house, his home? Why do you want to destroy his life? They don't consider, right, sexual harassment or rape, right? They don't consider them as something that actually destroy the lives of the victim. And that is why today, I will see it on social media. If you want to know this, you can go and do the experimentation, okay? There are different images. If you see image where a young man and a young woman, and this young man is pulling the pants of this young woman, okay? She's half naked anyway. So pulling the pants means they want to have sex. Abi? Now, the word consent. Consent. put that on social media, I would like, you say, what will change your mind here? Ridiculous stuff among the young people, even old people. This one that you're about to take our pants off, what will make you change your mind? And then you see them, 2,000 comments, 5,000 comments, 98% of them, they will publicly be confessing to rape, that they are going to rape her. Nothing will stop me. This time that I'm already on gear 6 and I'm already on speedometer 100. Where is I won't enter? She can't say no, I'm not doing it. I'm gonna no kill you there. 98% of them. If you want to look for a problem, go there and say, what will make you change your mind? And you type it there that if she says no, if she says stop, do you hear that? We are both naked or half naked, even when we are both naked. And she says stop. That should automatically stop you as a normal human being. But when you say that, they will attack. Shut up your mouth, you are a liar. Yeah, it's a lie, it's not true. Because they know that the society is going to blame the woman and absolve the man. If you don't believe me, ask rape victims who have visited police station. From the moment the police start asking you questions, you are the victim, they just raped you. Maybe not you. Rape victim walks straight into police station in Nigeria. Yes, my friend, what happened? Please, officer, I want to report a case. What happened to you? Where are you coming from? Why do you dress like this? Where are you coming from? Officer, some guys have just raped me. Rape you? Where? How? So, my friend invited all of us to his house birthday party, and we are all dancing and we are all doing everything and all that. And I don't want to have any sex with anybody. I just wanted to have fun. And then this guy came to me, and then and I said no. Oh, sorry. And then he came to me and I was feeling him. Then we decided, okay, maybe I was going to have sex. And then, I took off my stuff and everything. Then I told him, I said, stop, I'm not doing it again. And then, no, he forced himself. Another officer, you're talking to this one. Another officer from that place may start laughing. You don't say they rape you? Officer, police officer. The one that you are explaining to, that one will now be like, So, force you to the place. No, sir, no. Force you to come out your bra. No, I removed the bra myself. Wait. Force your clothes. No. Okay, now you come out clothes. I mean, now you dress up from your house. You dressed up. You are going to a man's house for party. No, he invited us. No matter, he invite you or he no invite you. You dress from your papa house. You dress like this. You enter taxi. You go a man's house. You drink. Yes, sir. We are there, sir. Were you drunk? No, sir. I was a little bit tipsy, but I'm not drunk. You are not drunk. Did he now drag you from the living room to the bedroom? No. Did you say you were feeling him before? Yes, I was kind of like, I kind of was feeling him, but I just, then we went to his bedroom. Oh, you go to his bedroom by yourself? Yes, sir. So when you got to his bedroom, he started tearing your clothes. No. So we started talking, and then, he took I took my clothes off. You come out clothes inside in bedroom. Okay. What about your bra? Who come up bra? Me. Hey. Sergeant Roger. Come hear something. Oh, I beg, come. Call me Sergeant Peters and Sergeant John. Tell all of them, say make them come. Call me just Jocelyn, Sergeant Jocelyn. Test just Sergeant Jocelyn, say me come here too. Everybody come hear me. Oh, come here thing here for police station. From there, you will know that you are going to be, you have lost the case. But I told him to stop. My friend, shut up your mouth now. That's what, see, that is what these small girls are doing. From there, police officer will be like, so that person that you go to in house, what kind of work does he do? Well, he's an IT expert. He works for MTN. So is he the senior manager in MTN? Now so all these small girls, they do. My sister, if you know what is better for you, you better carry your 2 legs now, come up for here before we arrest you for defamation. You want spoil, you want somebody's name. You run to police. From the, I am not making this up. Oh, I'm not making this. This may sound somehow. And that is why people always kind of already battle ready with the police. Whenever they finally found a victim that is ready to talk. Sure you get. This one happened. No, we are going to follow police. We are going to expose you. You cannot kill this case because that's what happened. Depends on who is who. Do you understand? So this culture of, do you want to go and get humiliated? So you would have to keep quiet. And you may not believe this. A lot of women today, who have been victims that have been shut up, this experience messed up the head of so many women that they are having problems in their marriages, in their relationship, simply because of the trauma from that experience. But you don't have institutions that actually see it that way. Bishop, big pastor in a church will rape a woman. Member of the church, they will attack the woman. You are a Jezebel. You are an evil spirit. God, I bind you. God will destroy you, Jessica. God will destroy you. You want to destroy our man of God. So, because the environment. And then when you realize that, make her go report to police. You can't go to police station. You enter DPO office to go and report. That church, that pastor, that imam, or that big man like that. You enter the place. And you see the poster of the person who raped you. The poster of the person that raped you or assaulted you. You see it in the office of the commissioner of police. And written on it, blessed be to this house, Reverend Father Gandoki. So you know that you are already lost. That kind of system have always been there, but it just hasn't kind of been up to. So who is Uju Kennedy, the woman that presented herself as the Minister of Women, the Minister for Women Affairs? And then they have this poster, this image.
Whoever lies in this Calabar sexual case will go to jail. I will personally make sure that all involved in this shameful act shall be prosecuted and jailed. I am pleading with you. I want justice to be done. If you have complaints or you have anything to talk about concerning this case, head to the panel because the investigation is still ongoing. Go there and lay your complaints, but don't lie, because if you lie, I will ensure that you're prosecuted, jailed, if found guilty. Please note that this is a very big opportunity for us to put an end for these numerous sexual harassment or false accusation. We must have to get it right, and justice must be done. Whether you're the vice chancellor, whether you're the professor or the student, any of you that lies will surely be prosecuted, jailed, if found guilty. My name is Barrister Mrs. Uju Kennedy Ohanene, the Honorable Minister for Women Affairs. Justice.
You get that? Still on the matter. But I played that clip first so that you can see the face of, they will say, oh, the horrible minister has said that anybody that lie, false accusation, false kiniko. We are talking about something that the school already established that. But this the only thing in there is that this particular individual seems to be larger than the institution itself. So there are interested, there are interested party outside the school, individuals, which this horrible minister is one of them. Sure, you get. So the fact that she pretended to be interested, that video was made after the scandal. They made that video today, 2 days ago. That same horrible minister was calling one of the victims of that sexual harassment. I said one of them. We are talking about tens of women who have become victims of this individual. I'll show you his face soon. But let's go and take a call. Horrible minister.
Hello, Patricia.
Hello.
Patricia, can you hear me?
Yeah. Good afternoon.
Okay, this is the Honorable Minister.
Who?
This is the Honorable Minister. I called you the other day concerning the rape issue. So why didn't you save my number, Pat?
Hello.
Hello? Pat, why didn't you save my number?
I forgot.
You forgot to save it. Okay, save it.
Okay, I'll save it now, ma.
Now listen, Pat. Both you and your other students relate to them that this particular case has gone very, very far. Let nobody go and give any false evidence to support anybody, because in the case now we're beginning to see there's a lot of manipulation on you children. So please, if you know other students, you will tell. Let them know, because all I discuss with you people, I saved it, I saved the discussion. Do you understand? And I'm promising you, I won't play it out in the open. Why I did that, in case somebody goes to convince you people to change your story, let me have evidence of what I discussed with you. Are you understanding my point?
Yes, ma.
So if you know girls that are getting involved, because your school is not saying they are not carrying out sexual investigation anymore, because I've gotten the truth out of the other girls, but what they are not carrying out is academic fraud, which wasn't the first thing they scandalized the man with. So I want you to be very careful. Don't let anybody use you in something you get punished by God. Because you're still a young girl, you have a long way to go. So if you know other girls, they may be calling for the academic fraud, talk to them to stand on the truth. Because I am out to follow this investigation to the letter. I don't want you people maltreated. I don't want the man maltreated. I want justice to be done.
Okay, ma. Thank you, ma.
You understand?
Yes, ma.
But I'm promising you, nobody will mess up with you here.
Yes, ma. Thank you, ma.
Save my number so that all of these days you come and see me. If there's anywhere I can be of assistance to you, I will do that.
Okay, ma. I'll do that now.
Okay, so call, if you know all the people this VC is calling, let them know they must stand by the truth, because whatever they say there, those people are dubbing it. And if it is not the truth, I know how to get the truth from them. So if they know they have nothing against the man, they had better dodge going for that ticket. But if they have something against the man with evidence, they should go there. You understand?
Yes.
But by recording those things, and if it is a lie and you found out, that person will definitely go to jail for false accusation.
Okay.
It's a jailable offense.
All right, ma. I understand, ma. Thank you, ma.
Okay, my God.
So I want to help you understand that psychological, what do you call it? Manipulation there. She was talking to her like, I know you and other students who have made accusations. Okay. And I heard that your school is not doing investigation along that line anymore. They want to do academic something investigation. So you have to stand by your evidence or your whatever be. But she kept on saying, you must make sure that you are not trying to spoil the man's image. You must make sure that whatever you want to say is the truth, because I will make sure that, you know, those who are working to tarnish the image of the man. But if what you want to say is true, okay, so we are going, I mean, you have to kind of, you know, I don't know how to put that anymore, because it's cringy, right? A victim, somebody call me on the phone. Listen to me. Are you hearing me? Okay. If you believe what you said, it is true. All right. Just make sure that it's not false accusation and blah, 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 blah. So it's more or less like some people are trying to use them to destroy that man. I'll show you that face of that man. And this man. Show you there. They call him Professor Cyril. On the phone. I be on the phone. On the phone. On the phone. That's the man. Right? Now, here is another part of that conversation. You never stop there or watch.
Fine, good afternoon.
At least you saved my number. So
Exam. So now, after I finished writing my exam, like like when I was about going, I felt like me and my friend, it was okay for us to say thank you. Innocently went to his office to say thank you. We met some ladies there, some also female law students there. So we told him thank you. When we were about stepping ourselves, like we should wait. So we waited and that was it. So after we finished, he just spoke to us normally and told us to come back. He kept on insisting if we wrote the examination well. I told him I wrote really well. He was like, no, are you sure? Are you sure that we should come back and check up on him? Like come back and come to the office and check him. So the next day, I and my friend went. So when we got there, he sent my friend to go and look for somebody. Then only me now followed him to enter the office and he locked the door. So when we got there, he was like, give me a hug and stuff like that. Give me a hug. So I felt like it was innocent hug and he hugged me. It was so tight that he was more like he was suffocating me. The hug was so very tight. He was pressing me to his body and he started kissing me, like kissing my neck and kissing my neck. Then after then, told me to sit down again. Then he started kissing my head. Then he brought his lip that I should kiss him. I was like, sir, no, I cannot. So he started struggling. He noticed that somebody was at the door. He asked me to go and open the door. Luckily, my friend now came, so he now stopped. Then that was how he now collected my number and was like that he knows that we didn't write well, that he can help, that I should send my matriculation number to him. So he invited me again to his office. That's like the third time. So when I got to his office, because that my friend couldn't come.
So why did you go again?
He told me to come. He sent me a text. Me. He was the one who asked me to come.
Mm-hmm.
So when I got to his office, because my friend, we were supposed to go together, but she said she didn't have fare, like transport fare to accompany me. So when I go there, I explained to him that she said she couldn't come, that she doesn't have fare. He was like, he doesn't want her, that it was me he wanted. So when I got there, he started by saying, am I close to lecturers? I said, sir, no, I'm not. Then he was like, why? Am I scared if they will refuse me? I was like, no, sir, I don't just want to be close to them. I was like, okay. He asked for my CGPA. I told him that I'm on a second class lower. So he was like, why? Now why will I be on a second class lower? That nobody cares how I get my grade. That I should just try everything possible to get the grade. That in life, everybody is paddling their canoe. Nobody cares how you get the grade. Just make sure you get it. That do I have money to sort my courses? I was like, no, sir, I don't have. Then he was like, why don't you use what you have to get what you want? I'm like, sir, how do you mean? He said he does not know. But why am I dulling? He asked me where I'm from because I'm actually from Edo State. So he was like, why are you dulling? Your mates from Edo State, they are doing things in the faculty. They are very smart. Why are you not smart? Why are you so dumb? Why are you doing all of this? You think he now told me that the world does not favor the second class lower. The world only favors the second class upper. That I should make sure I do everything possible to be on the second class upper. Like I should make friends with lecturers and stuff like that. Then he asked if I was a virgin. I told him no, ma. So he was like, okay. Then when I was about to go, that was when he now told me that I should send him the matriculation number on WhatsApp. I sent it to him on WhatsApp. Then when I was about to go, he was like, come and give me a hug again. When I gave him the hug, he started holding me and touching me and started to kiss me again, kissing my neck. he brought his lip to kiss mine. I was like, so no, sir, I cannot kiss you. He started struggling. Then after then, he now turned me and held me so tight again. He was like, make sure you come and visit me anytime you are coming, anytime I come back. Because that time we were done with exam, so people are not in faculty. So it was like when school resumed, I should always make sure I come around to visit. And I told him, okay, sir, and I left the office. So ever since then, I was really very traumatized because I felt really bad that this one, my dean is already making sexual advances. If I say no, what will happen to me? What will happen to my admission and stuff like that? So I was really, that point in my life was like the most trying period of my life because he's a senior lecturer in the faculty.
Okay. So that means there was no sex.
No, ma, there was no sex.
There was no sex.
Yes, ma.
And there was no rape.
No, there was no rape.
Okay. And the first day you said he called you and your friend left, started holding you, he asked you to go again. Why didn't you get something to record all these things? Is there any kind of text message he sent to you that can nail him from his phone? Any kind of evidence?
The only evidence I have is the one he said, see me, and send a matriculation number that was going to help me.
And you sent your, so the only evidence you have is that he texted you, see me.
Yes, he texted me.
But any lecturer can ask you to see him. You said you had an problem that when you went to take exam, because of health challenges, you went late. And when you got there, the examination papers were finished.
Yes, ma'am.
That was what he said.
Yes.
And that he was the one that ran around to make sure he gets your admission paper to write.
Yes, ma'am.
Your exam papers to write. And he later called you to make sure you wrote the exam.
He instructed.
No.
Okay.
He said what?
No, he told the people in the examination that we should make sure that we write our exam. Then it was after the examination had been concluded, he collected my number and he started asking me to see him.
Okay, how many times did he send you to see him?
Okay, the first time it was
the one from the test.
Okay, just once.
Only once.
Yes, sir.
And that was during that exam time.
After the exam time, then we were
after the exam.
on holiday.
Okay, and you said when you saw him, he asked you that you wanted to be sure you took the exam.
Yes.
Yes. That was what you said, right?
Yes.
Now, Soteria, right?
Yes, ma'am, Soteria.
I'm investigating this case because I don't want anybody using either you or that's any party, both the man or the VC, to use you people in the middle of this. This man has gone to court because he's proving that he's innocent. He did not harass you people sexually. He did not have sex with you people. He did not rape you people. So, but a black card was carried for him, which is you're a law student, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Which it will be a punishable crime if no evidence is there. Is ready to prove to prove it. And so I want to that's why I'm coming in as a mother to sort this issue out. So fortunately you've just proven you were not raped, you were not he didn't have sex with you, both orally, and that the only evidence you have is that he sent you a text and said, come. But before you said about that, you said to me again that he struggled to make sure you get your exam paper to write because the school said the exam papers were finished.
Yes, ma'am.
And he asked you when he saw you, did you write well? I hope you later wrote the exam. You said that, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now that the minister has come into this, deal with me alone, so let nobody use you. Both the man and the woman, let nobody use you. Because you're a growing child and you have a future to protect. Are you understanding my point?
Yes, ma'am.
I don't want this situation, you will do something that you won't be able to live with in future.
Okay.
I don't want that because you're like a daughter to me. Do you get me?
Yes, ma'am.
Hmm?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so I will still call you again, but my discussion with you, I recorded it as part of evidence in this case. Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
But I will not use it against you because you're my daughter. I have to. What I'm out is to protect you, protect your innocence, and help you as much as I can. I can never do anything that will jeopardize you, your future, or your happiness.
Okay, ma'am.
You trust me. Hello?
Yes, ma'am. I'm with you.
Do you trust me?
Yes, ma'am. I trust you.
Okay, darling, love you. Here,
Oh, ma'am, you say your name is what? Sorry, I didn't get.
Kennedy, go to it. Search me. No. Okay. Thank you. My name is Richard Kennedy Ohane. I'm the Minister for Women Affairs.
Okay, ma'am.
If you save my number,
Okay.
you, uh, if you save my number, you go to WhatsApp and see my picture.
Okay, ma'am.
Then you search me on internet to read about me. Then
Okay.
you send me text because I want to work with you to put a stop to some of the things that are going on. Some of them are because some people have interest for others to go, for them to have a better chance. And they will now want to use people to get that done. I don't want you to be one of the people they use.
Did you all hear that? For this man on your screen, that will appear as a responsible person, okay? Probably have his own children. Don't ruin his life. Don't ruin his life. Are people trying to use you? Did you listen to all the line of questioning? Does that not tell you, or is that different from the usual thing I told you about the policeman earlier? That the line of questioning is going to tell you that you are already guilty. So she was asking, did you see that as if to say, oh, thank God, at least he didn't rape you. When she finished narrating the assault, the sexual harassment from that man to a girl that is probably old enough to be alive and to be his last born, pedophiles, predators, they don't care about that thing like you see. And age doesn't change a predator. The older they get, the worse they become. You know, when you are still younger and you are a predator, you may think, oh, you are in your prime. That's why you are always, picking them. Then when you start getting older and your children are also getting older, it becomes an embarrassment that the family must not know. But you do it anyway because you are a gentleman, an elderly in church. That means an elder in church, an elder in the community, an elder here and there. You have a reputation. One small girl that is just starting her life is trying to destroy your life. Do you know who I am? Do you know how many people like you have tried? That is what predators are. The older they become, the worse they become. And whenever they get caught, they will throw everything they have into it. But where you have institutions, it doesn't matter who he is. Don't do it. Once you do it and you are caught, all your career, everything gone. If your marriage break up, that's your problem. And that's why you have to think very carefully. Okay? Before you risk it all on anything at all. Maybe you think I'm talking to you because I live abroad, Abi. That's what we are talking about, this society. He knows, okay, he went to court. Abi, to do what? To tell the court to stop any investigation against him. He is not suing anybody for wrong allegation or accusation. He is not suing any of these victims that they are wrongly accused. No, he went to court that court must tell his employer, University of Calabar, that they cannot suspend him or sack him because of this allegation. And you know it is Nigeria. The court will grant the judgment. But Honorable Minister is more interested in, okay, there is no rape. he didn't rape you. He only pressed your breast, pressed your body, Abi. But he said he didn't press your body, that he only called you to ask you about the exam. Why would you want to know about how somebody did their examination in your office when you haven't even seen their script? Is it not after you have done your exam and they've seen your script and they'll be like, oh, you didn't do well, oh, I need to have a word with you? Abi, why do you care whether I did well in my examination, I didn't do well, that you have to come into your office, see me? But it is Nigeria. So minister is agreeing with the man that, yeah, a lecturer can tell you to see him anytime. He is already agreed with the minister, with the lecturer. So as long as he didn't rape, he didn't penetrate. Abi? So when he turned you around and he held your breast and he held you like that, Shebi, he didn't take off your part, he didn't actually like penetrate. Minister of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, a mother. Then she started saying things like, my name is Honorable Minister Uju Kennedy. I am the Minister for Women Affairs. In reintroducing herself. And at the point she was telling her that I love you. But she didn't hear that. Oh, sorry, ma, sorry. Did you hear that? Sorry, ma, sorry, I didn't hear that. Save my number. Go online and look for my picture. Just so she'll be like, I want to help you. But there are some people who wanted to destroy that man. Okay? And they are the ones who are using people. And I don't want them to use you. A victim of sexual harassment. Speaking to the Minister of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. And the minister is saying, there are some people after the abuser. She didn't mention people who are like, what that man did to them. Who are those people who wanted to use a student? So the minister already feel like the students are just either being used. So if I advise you as a mother, forget that thing. That young girl said, I am still living with the trauma. Every time I go out, I'm scared of if is he going to see me? Is he going to ask to see me again? And the minister is not interested in whatever that even mean. What kind of a psychological effect that could mean for a young girl who is kind of entering a new world, higher institution, and straight to the hand of predator. No protection, no nothing other than threat. Just make sure that, and then you will see other predators. Anyhow, there are some wrong accusations everywhere now. Of course, there are wrong, rape accusations, sexual harassment, and all of that. I know, and it's as worse as rape. You know that, when you rape somebody, and they decided that they should go and shoot you in the face, and then dump you somewhere for your crime. It is also the same way for wrong, false accusers. For somebody to accuse me now, Maiyegun raped me. A lot of you at first, if the person now come out and say, yes, I have evidence that he raped me, this, blah, 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 blah. Half of you will first feel like, oh my God, so he's a rapist. Abi? Some business, if I have business associates, partners, they will have to do away with me and my name and my brand. They don't want to be associated with somebody accused. They haven't convicted me of rape. So now imagine, after losing everything, my family, everybody probably have like, no, you have brought shame onto us. How could you do that? And all of that. I've lost revenue. I've lost family and friends. I've lost contacts and businesses. I've lost almost everything. Then they found out that there is a wrong accusation. So it is the same treatment that should be meted on wrong accusers. I agree 100%. There are women who have problems. And if they can't have their way, they will accuse you of raping them. I have seen that. And in most cases, if it can be proven, before it is even proven at all, the life of the man is completely shattered. That is exactly what the life of rape victims, especially women, feels like it is not a physical thing that you usually see. It is inside. And a lot of you will be wondering, brace up, Jerry. I mean, yet Lord, that one has gone, it's gone. Let us break it. No, it's not gone. That is where you need institutional support to ensure that anybody who comes across that, get the real support, and the abusers, see, even if you are going to do any investigation, that is not you interrogating the victim as if to say she's lying. And that's exactly what they have been doing to the majority of the victims. Are you sure nobody is sending you? Are you sure they are not trying to make you to spoil the man's name? Remember, the man has his own wife and his family. And then around that time, the wife of the abuser too will come out and be like, most of them always know, mind you, wives of rapists, abusers like that, sexual harassers like that, their wives do know. But they just kind of learn how to live with it. Seriously, it is a sickness, okay, that a lot of them don't see it as. That's why I said that once you begin to get older, it becomes so much of an embarrassment even to you that you would never want to be caught. You know why? Because around that time, you have done so well for yourself. You probably have made names, you've built family, you've made families that are so proud of you. You have become a community leader that a lot of people are looking up to you. So it's going to be something that you know it. If you are caught harassing your own students, it will cost you your job, your pension, your family, your resources, and everything. And it can actually cost you your life. Yeah. So do you understand how risky that is? For somebody not to damn it, not to care, and still kind of want to do it. Most of their families knows, their wives knows. In the houses, you will know when somebody is that predator. Even in most cases, they do also abuse their own children. And guess who normally cover up? They don't want their family to scatter. They don't want the world to come and shame them. They don't want, so they will make it look like let us just keep it inside and protect and continue to protect a predator until one day, they have accused her husband of being a rapist at work. She knows. Women knows. You are watching me right now. You know I know what I'm talking about. You women knows your man. You know your man. And most of the time, you tell yourself, that's why I'm praying for him. We are always praying for him. We are always praying for him. Abi? Even though it looks normal anyway, when some of them will just feel like, all this are papa, all this are this, even though it's so kind of, at the time, it's like what women kind of take in, our mothers and all that back then was your husband may be working in Abuja, sure you get, and then you and the children, you are living in Lagos. So one of these days, your husband is just going to walk in one day with this grown-up boy that your last born at home, that is older than your last born at home. And he will say, darling, forgive me. You see, when I was working in Abuja, I had this girl. She used to walk around our office. So something happened 17 years ago. And he became this young man. I want you to forgive me. And the rest of family are already there. It's our blood, dude. What are we going to do now? My wife, our wife, just for the sake of your own children, your family. Where are you going to go now? You have 5 children. Is it because of this one alone? And all of that. So our mothers kind of always take them in. Like that. But there is more they take in. They take more in. I'm talking about those who are like men with very, very bad characters, bad attitude. You will see their wives, they will turn to prayer warriors. And you know they are the top of their prayer points. Father, Lord, please. Number 1, help me protect this man. Number 2, God, anything that is going to actually make him get to be punished for his character. Father Lord, change him. All this is problem about women. All this complaint that we are hearing from his place of work. Father Lord, we pray. We want you to touch him. We want you to change him. They are praying for a man that is a predator, a rapist. But he's not seeing it as that. A man that walks about and feels like women are just what? They are just like, what do you call it? They are just like fruits. You know? Sometimes you can just pick the strawberry. Sometimes you can just pick the mango. You can just pick this or that, whether they want it or not. I'm a man. Look at me. Look at this one. You know how women rush after me. In this place, your mates are begging me to sleep with me. Better women than you. They are kneeling down to beg me to sleep. Go and sleep with them. I am not looking to sleep with you. Could you respect yourself enough to respect that? What do you mean? That is the act, and it is a sickness. Do you understand? So we have men who feels like that. But when the society, like you have here, the society makes them feel like, well, men will be men. I'm a man, okay? I am in that character of consent. I'm not kind of a ladies' man, so to say. So, and that is why I don't really care what I look like. Here you get. If I happen to be a ladies' man like that, I just believe that with consent, right? If I am like that, I will behave as if to say, well, if I like you and you like me, oh yeah, I don't bad arawani, you this or that, and be that kind of, people say it is kind of irresponsible, like to be like that, right? But in that world as well, if I'm living that world, there's always going to be that mark. Stop. Should be stop. The moment I'm beginning to feel insulted, the moment I'm beginning to feel like, how dare you? Show men Zumbasoroni. Me, Maiyegun. Do you even know who I am? Look at this one. I'm trying to talk to you. That is sexual harassment. And if I don't see it that way, that means I'm already having a problem. Here you get. And with time, I'm going to grow further into taking it. If I can't have it, I'll take it. Here you get. So it will just be like, okay, I'll be your friend. Oh, Maiyegun. Oh my God, Maiyegun responded my message. Oh, Maiyegun, I love your program so much. You are such an amazing blah, blah. I say, thank you. Send me nude. Maiyegun. What about your wife? Send you. Maiyegun, send me nude. People send me nude all the time now. They send me everything I want. I say, Maiyegun can respect it. She is actually an irresponsible fellow. Okay, if he's an irresponsible, that's the sickness. So it goes on like that and that and that and that. And I started growing the sense of entitlement. When you say no to me, for example, I'm like, okay, I want to meet you. To you, you are meeting Maiyegun. To me, I'm already busy with your photo. On your social media. Yeah. But to you want to go and meet Maiyegun. Oh, Maiyegun, this is the best day of my life. Don't worry, you will have more best days. What do you drink? What do you like to eat? What would you like to drink? Sorry, I don't know this place so much, so I'm in my hotel. And then somehow, because I'm already entitled, I'm already seeing myself as this Maiyegun, this something. So you are in my presence. You're already showing that and being like, hey, Maiyegun. You know what I like about you, that your program. You know what I should go, and then you begin to wonder, like, no, no, Maiyegun, no, that's not my plan. No, Maiyegun. See, I like you. I actually do. But it's not, no. I said, what do you mean? No. I called you. I came to this place because of you. What do you mean you come here? Entitlement. What's the problem? Yeah? That's sickness. A lot of people don't see it that way. Until it becomes a problem, to the embarrassment, giddy. Then they begin to wonder, why did she do that? How come she's like that? She hates me. They are looking after, they want to bring down my glory. They want to spoil my name. Now my enemy. I know, say some of you, my friend here, my aboki here, you go defend me. You like Maiyegun too much that even if they say I tried to rape somebody in in London hotel, I know some of you that will say, I believe that Maiyegun can never do that. Even if it happened, I know that Maiyegun will have a reason. Maiyegun is a very smart person. He won't do, because you love me so much, Abi. You will not probably tell me that Maiyegun is any problem. Ofi yawe in Glasgow. You left your wife in Glasgow. You drove 400 kilometers to London to go and meet a fan. And then you wanted to force her. What's any problem? I'll tell you, brother. Do you understand what I'm saying? These are the symptoms. These are the society, what the society is and what we normalize. And when you now see people who are supposed to uphold something and protect the girl child in that way, let the young men understand that you can have what you want as long as you have consent. A lot of people will tell you, I don't sleep around because of diseases. No. About life has advanced more than that, okay? Like, do you have options? If you want to be sleeping around, you have options to protect yourself and stay safe. Just so turn yourself to Nakademus and all of that everywhere. Baba, you can do that. But there's something you must know. Men and women, boys and girls, learn to know what is called consent. Because you see, you will find yourself in place of work. You will become senior project manager, where people will be under you. That is when you learn responsibility to say, okay, yeah, consent. And that is what makes responsible citizens see. So if you want to say, Omo, about me, I won't chop everything while they available, then don't get married. Marriage will put responsibility on you. Sure you get. So therefore, if you are caught sleeping with your secretary, sleeping with your co-worker, sleeping with your project assistants and all those people you meet, don't get surprised that your wife says she's going to leave and she's going to take the children. Don't get surprised that the organization you work for are now feeling like there's conflict of interest, you have to lose your job. Don't feel surprised that when you do all of that and you want to go back to your wife, they can come back and say you raped them, even though you actually, you know what I mean? They tolerated you based on that relationship you went to have, even though you are married like that way. So if everything will have their own consequences. But when you have the society where they say, but what about you? Are you sure? Are you sure he pressed your breast? Yes, he pressed my breast. Is it just that his hand just touch your breast like that? Abi, he hold your breast like this. Make sure you are saying the truth too, because this thing we are talking about, you can go to jail, and I don't want you to go to jail. You are a young man, I'm a young woman. Do you understand the concept? What I'm trying to say here now? Because the man she's trying to protect didn't think of all the consequences of what if these things comes to this. Is the one who a lot of people who are like that, predators, rapists, and then all of that, yeah. Majority of them are those people who have a lot to lose. And I wonder why you won't agree with me that it is a sickness, it is a problem that then put the lives of our young men and women in danger that you can witness today. Damaged girls, damaged boys. Who are those damaging our young people? Who are those damaging them? Are they not those who are supposed to kind of mentor, guide, and, prepare them? So if these people who are damaging our own children in these institutions are more protected than the children, then the institutions now have to go. Do you see that now? Such system and its victims, such system and its victims, they don't discriminate. What I'm saying right now, a member of your family somewhere, extended, nuclear, or whatever, she's probably suffering same in the hand of one married man, senior person that people are looking up to, and they cannot get out of there. Sure you get? Because getting out of it is more or less like losing everything that they've learned. And a society that protects people like that in government, in courts, just like everywhere. Everywhere in Nigeria team. God damn it, man. Everywhere about Nigeria, lotin fault, lotin injury. That people have decided to sort of live with it. You know, what killer the what are we going to do? And what do you want us to do? Because nobody is really ready to look at all I just listed to you right now critically and realize that it doesn't take any rocket science. But Nigeria is a place where anything goes. The other day, they went on to see they shared 800 billion. 800 billion naira to fight palliative, subsidy palliative. Life of the people, inflation, cost of living, and everything. Everything has skyrocketed. But they are sharing rice to them. Story about the rice is long ago. Some people are getting bags. Some people are getting cups. Here you get. Some people, they just take pictures with the arrival. They don't get anything. I thought we are now over the issue of rice palliative, rice everywhere, rice, Abi. And the people we don't get the rice are complaining. We don't get any rice. So Maiyegun did not receive any rice from them. Oh. So are you sure? Trailer rice, 3,000 bags. 3,000 bags, 5,000 naira, 2,000 naira, and all of that. You don't collect anything. Baba, you better go to. Give me a sec. So it's going to be like you better go for a serious deliverance, kind of. But you don't have to because it's not even real. In Ondo State, when they brought the palliative, commissioner followed them to where they wanted to share it. I don't know what happened. Now the noise woke me. Yeah. What happened? What if they don't break commissioner head though? But now woman, that's why you shouldn't laugh. Please don't laugh. Say that Madam Commissioner, she is trying to control them. Or the sharing formula didn't go according to expectation. I don't know what happened. I'll go look for that clip. I've got a 40 commissioner. Kilo toye because of rice. I can't imagine how that woman will be feeling. Because did you see that bump? Imagine the force of what they broke on her head that gave that bump because of rice. Food though. In another place, now police they steal rice. Citizens come pursue them. This one is in Katsina State. Policemen stole bag of rice. They caught them behind the what have you, and then you cannot take. How dare you? Who gave you the order to take this part of this rice? All of us are here to share this rice. Why would you take all of this and now you are leaving? What do you mean by you are leaving? Order from where? Let's remove the rice because no rich, no rich. Everywhere, wahala here and there. For those ones where they carry go Abuja, to go and show solidarity, or whatever you want to call it. Nigeria, Baba, take a look at this one.
Fight everywhere, palliative, 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 palliative. From Madara ward. See, they don't with the bag. Then they steal the bag, they don't steal them. They don't steal the bag. Palliative, then they run with the bag. Sell for grand. Sell our palliative. Sell our palliative. See palliative for grand. See palliative for grand. Auntie, you want? Take. Turn my own, turn my own. Palliative, palliative. When I tell avoid the one guy, you see? They're still fighting. They're still fighting it. They're still fighting. See the bag? See, they're still fighting. They're still fighting. Palliative. Yeah. Tinubu don't turn us to. In a single on the back. Hey, 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 hey. It's happening. Our palliative. Old woman don't fall. Now old woman. Mama, no kill yourself. Kiankuri, no kill yourself. No kill yourself. Kiankuri. See children for grant. See everybody. Now they fight up and down. You see the wrong with the bag.
Man, see they for jail. Politician wey in the probe don enter for power. EFCC chairman still dey for jail. Politician wey in the probe don enter for power. Ewo, EFCC chairman still dey for jail. Politician wey in the probe don enter for power. Ewo, EFCC chairman still dey for jail. Politician wey in the probe don enter for power. If you dey do government work, you go carry am for head, you. Maka one day, I got bokwa gike na ma o. In another government, you. You wayo, one day more. Ebukwa ya nishi, one day, I got bokwa na ma o. Ewo, EFCC chairman, no dey for jail. Politician wey man, still dey for jail. Politician.
Where the probe don't enter for power. Yemika Doso, the central bank governor of Nigeria. Shena Jelila Abi Laila Bio Ibrahim, the Minister of Youth, designates Mumumadu Bokwari, the lifeless breeding mannequin of the asshole rock former, and northern Nigeria, where the Muslim ticket, now we the Duam, is already turning to Another sing song, you. I'll tell you, it is called Yorubanization. They said that Tinubu deceived them by selling Muslim ticket to them. Okay? And now, Tinubu has been appointing the Yorubas into key positions, and he's been ignoring them. That wasn't what they signed up for. So I don't know if their voice will be loud enough, because Tinubu don't see shege for our hand already. Okay? But I believe this is all, the sentiment on which they want to build their supposed rejection of Kolu on. Good luck to them on that. But I am a revisionist. That's why a lot of them don't like me. Maiyegun, they forget something. Let's move on. Move on. Move on to where? Revisionist. When Bokwari was wrecking and ruining and destroying Nigeria from every part, removing it part by party. I remember the famous word then was Fulanization. It was, it's just that it was deeper than that. So when we were talking about Fulanization, it came with an agenda of subjugation and control. Something that makes some Fulanis to feel superior. Remember? Every time. Breaking news. Bokwari has nominated Abubakar Gafaru Sulanko from Borno as your NSA. Bokwari has appointed Jumia, Jumia Shekau as the central bank governor. People, all of us will be like, another Fulani agenda. So those who were Fulanis, or those who were from northern Nigeria who were not Fulanis, but they're like, I'll just say Hausa and all that, who were APC, Egbekegbe member, it made them feel big. I remember very well, Fulani will rule you. There's nothing you can do. Whether you like it or not, a Fulani man is controlling Nigeria today. A Fulani this or that. It was a mad, it's a mad time. But when it comes to the consequences of the jihadists, Fulani, Boko Haram's inglorious regime, it did not spare anybody. The most victims, hang on to this, for 8 years, some of them will be like, you can all cry for all you care. We will continue to rule Nigeria because we are northerners. Person where they suffer poverty, where they suffer every consequences of all this bad leadership. But because he is from northern Nigeria, or he is Fulani, or he is a Muslim, he will jump into it. Cry more. Cry forever. Fulani will rule you forever because he felt like he belonged to the team. You know that kind of thing, maybe say, people come out with their own jersey. You know, blue and white stripe. Blue, white stripe. Then, alaye where they wear blue, where they will come take white right on top of them. Because it looks like it blended with all of them as they are walking out, then it felt like I'm one of the team. No, you are not. That you are shouting APC, APC, doesn't make you one of them. That we actually like when they say, oh, we are doing this, Northern Nigeria is appointed for Minister of Clinical from Northern Nigeria. It's not you. Oh, a Fulani man is going to be the minister. Excuse me. A Fulani woman is going to be the Minister of Finance. And you, Fulani, you are celebrating, yes, Fulani forever. By the time that Boko Haram wrapped up, the shenanigans, the nonsense, the terrorist government that left Nigeria poorer, more terrorized, and more corrupt. Guess those who suffered the victim most? Northern Nigeria. It didn't make the life of a Fulani man better. Even though it felt like a Fulani. Why are you complaining because it's a Fulani? It's not because it's a Fulani. That you are a Fulani doesn't mean that a Fulani man is there because of you. If you are looking for a good example, Boko Haram is a very good example. Northern Nigeria became poorer. More Northerners were killed. More Nigerians from Northern Nigeria were kidnapped. More Northerners who are from Northern Nigeria, more Northern Nigerians, right? They become poorer and homeless. More. When a Northerner is in charge, when a Northerner is the president, the business of terrorism in Nigeria became multi-billion dollars industry under a supposed Northerner, where they have all the Fulanis here, Fulani here, Fulani there, Yoruba here, Fulani here, Hausa, Fulani, Hausa, Kanuri, Hausa, Fulani, Kanuri, Hausa, Fulani, Yoruba, Igbo, Fulani, and everywhere they say, hey, Fulanization. Well, Fulanization did not make the life of a Fulani better. Northernization did not make the life of Northern Nigeria better. It made it worse. So, my dear brothers and sisters who are Yorubas, welcome to the party. You still say you belong to the team. Yoruba no come. Buhari did it. Buhari did it. It's our turn. It's Yoruba. Tinubu should appoint Yoruba. It doesn't mean that it's going to make your life better. Are you that dumb? Are you that stupid that you feel like? I mean, you shouldn't. You shouldn't be that stupid. Because when they talk about themselves, it's about themselves. You are just their meal ticket. Just meal ticket. Here you get. So you want me to go and vote for Hausa Abi? So you want me to go and support Igbo Abi? So I will leave my own. I will go and support Igbo. I will leave my own. I will go and support Kiniko Baba. So you think you actually share something with them? So last, the Northerners are now angry that Tinubu is appointing Yorubas. Those who are Yorubas are saying, cry you can cry you. Because to them, it's their turn, it's Yoruba turn. Yeah, let Yorubas be everything. Yorubas should be everywhere. Buhari did it. It's our turn. Let the Yorubas say, if it is Igbo turn tomorrow, let the Igbo put everybody their own there. And they are shouting one Nigeria, by the way, right? But you see that Yoruba man that is saying, yes, now, Buhari, look at the Nigeria that Buhari left. Look at the Nigeria. Look at the ragtag Nigeria that Buhari, So when Tinubu is now doing it, and then you feel like, it's the turn of the Yorubas. If you feel like that, here you get. Because you are just ordinary meal ticket for these guys. You are the reason why they keep telling themselves that they are fighting for you. I am fighting for my people. I am fighting the right of my people. The people of Ogbolongbo Kingdom. The people of Ogbolongbo Federal Constituency. I will never joke with the right of the people of Bewonton constituency. They call God Bemi Debe. The Lala land. You are the ones who make them feel. You are the one who is kind of making them feel like they are fighting for you when they are not. Ada is a Yoruba proverb. At the end of the day, when you get to where you need it, is where you are. When you get to the farm, right? Is where you are going to find out what it is like to have a dead tool. Do you understand? So, however, the Northerners are now saying, because central bank governor is going to be Yoruba, They said all the ministers that he has appointed, personal assistants, and the rest of them, they did the math. They said Yorubas are taking everything. Here you get. And it's true, it's their turn to come and shop. It's the turn of Yoruba to come and shop. That is to them. They said it before they came. But the Yorubas they are talking about is not you. It's not you. Would you mean that is not? They are not talking about you. They are not talking about me. They're talking about themselves. And for those who know Tinubu very well, go and check everyone around. You will see that there are those who have actually helped him in his criminal career. Okay? And there is no way he's going to bring any other people in. So if you know, and since those who have helped Tinubu throughout his criminal career, they cut across all of the part of Nigeria. So you're going to see them together, especially the Lagos. So there are some Yorubas are already fighting themselves. They said Tinubu is picking people from Lagos. Only people he knows from Lagos. He's not picking them the way it should be. You say, so when you hear Yoruba, look on, you thought they are talking about you. You'll find out soon. Or you're already finding out. But for the northerners who are crying, una know they learn, una know they get sense. Boko Haram have laid precedence of so many things that for those who have inside eyes, they will know that the foundation for the Nigeria breakup and collapse, if Boko Haram didn't do anything better, he didn't do anything good, that particular thing, he did that one perfectly well. Nigeria is on our way to perdition. And this Kolu and Co, they're going to help you there. So when you now see it today, you should have learned. Okay? You should have. When they were shouting Muslim ticket, you thought it's because you are a Muslim. God damn it, man. I remember saying it that time. They said, once they do Muslim ticket, they are going to turn Nigeria to no, far from it. Their plan is not to change you to a Muslim. Their plan is to have people that are going to support them in every criminality they do because they are Muslims. Do you understand what that means? Or you want me to re-explain that? I will explain. When you see a politician running for power or office, and they decided to play religious card, APC, Egbekegbe said, they played the Muslim ticket to win election. That's what they said. They said they did that to win election because they're northern Nigeria. They said it. And they were sad that after the election, they expected the idea of Muslim, this or that. The person who was talking was a Muslim, and he said it's not good for Nigeria. If you continue this way, it is going to further alienate Nigerians, divide them. But Tinubu and Co, they knew that already. They understand that. And that's exactly what they want to build on. That division. So when they, for example, if they say, oh, some people are killing people because, for example, let's use the Fulani terrorists who are killing people because of land. They need land for their cows. Okay? But government cannot stop them. So the only thing government can do is to give them the land. But what they didn't tell you is that it is not the Fulanis that want the land. Those Sadas, those one with cows and all that. It is the criminal politicians who have different interests they actually represent. Some of them, for their political survival, they are ready to pledge any part of Nigeria to any organization, whatever they represent. But it's not really about your religion. But once they want to do it, they want people to be able to say, if it's going to favor Muslims, then let us do it. Do you understand? When criminal politicians gain power, okay, using religion, and they have supporters who connect with them based on that religion, everything they want to do, like give your land away, okay, or give money to terrorists or pardon terrorists. Whatever they want to do or doing that are so alien to you, to many of us, like, why would they do that? Why are they doing this or that? But you are surprised that they always have people who actually defend them, support them. And you are wondering, what is the connection? Is it the poverty? Is it the oppression? No. A lot of them through religion. So that when they do that, they will think they are doing it for the sake of the Islam. It's going to benefit Islam. We have appointed Mukadam, Abdul Kadiri, Tanko. I know that man. He was a missioner for Nasfat. Great man. Very, very godly man. He's now going to be a minister. Wow, Allahu Akbar. So therefore, if they have a message, they will send Tanko as a minister to tell you. And when Tanko as a minister come and said, Bismillah Rahman Rahim, Alhamdulillah Rahman Rahim, Rabbil Alamin, everybody will do like that. Because Tanko was a missioner, highly respected religious person. Like Isa Pandemic. Isa Pandemic had a mosque that he was telling all of them about paradise, about the 72 virgins in heaven, and those who are going to go to hellfire. Then suddenly they poach him up, put him inside mansion, a minister. So when Isa Pandemic, whenever Isa Pandemic want to address the people, Isa Pandemic will go there and say, Bismillah Rahman Rahim. Everybody will do like, Bismillah Rahman Rahim. Whatever he says to them, they believe he's somebody that, godly. He cannot lie to them. And all of that. So they connected to him. They are connected. So if they say, Bokwari want to eat, Bokwari's family budget 4 billion naira for food in 2022. And you're like, 3 billion dollars, $3 billion naira for food. You will be seeing one Abdullah saying, my friend, shut up your mouth. Don't you have a father at home? No wonder Aisha can't they look like person where they use mawu. Then somebody will just jump in. Khadijat. With the don't you have respect? How dare you talk about the first lady like that? Where's your own father? Where's your mother? Who born you? Don't you have home training? Because they are connected to them by religion through somebody who is a former Mukadamu, who is now a minister, and by so doing, they think they are connected. They are losing. They are being robbed. Being denied everything that should be theirs. But because of that connection, they will just fear everything for God. And they will pray that God, Almighty Allah, should guide them. Almighty Allah should give them wisdom. Almighty Allah should give them a vision. Almighty Allah should give them a mouth. Almighty Allah should give them brain. It will now become the responsibility of Almighty Allah to reformat the criminals. Why the country burns, they will be asking you to pray to Almighty Allah because they don't want something to happen to that government. They have connection to it. So to this one from northern Nigeria right now, they can't complain. Say, a Muslim ticket. You are not even giving us anything to show that a Muslim, We from the northern Nigeria, this is Yorubanization though, but you are safe. I'll tell you something, Tinubu and gang, apart from the dangerous people that they are, drug dealers, bunch of money launderers, and all of that, okay? Why did I just say apart from that? Was I not the one who said yesterday that when Nigerians want to defend their criminal leaders, you'll be hearing their failure. You'll be hearing things like, this country is a very good country. If we remove good governance, the problem of good governance, if we remove that one, if, this Tinubu will be a good person, if we remove that drug dealing, if we remove that heroin thing, if he be a good person, if we remove bad governance in Nigeria, Nigeria is a good place, like if we remove that there is no electricity, Nigeria is very cheap, If we remove terrorism, Nigeria is very beautiful. You are removing the reasons why Nigeria is not beautiful, is not safe, is not secure, is corrupt. And you are saying, if we remove that, I mean, if we just remove that one, you see, saying, everything is so fine in this country, if we remove the police that are always collecting bribe, this country is so great. You know, you agree with me, And then the other one will be like, that's true, that's true. If we remove no power, if we remove this, what do they remove? Anyway, Daniel Awomoko, thank you very much for that super chat. I left it up there for so long. I am a forensic scientist and a DNA expert with the Scottish Police Authority. Please let me know how to reach you. Sexual offenses are my specialization and I want to contribute. Many thanks. Daniel, God bless you. See, the reason why we always have our phone in or decide to have our people's parliament is to have, other people's perspective, views, some of them professional, some of them from experience. And when people come up here to share them, right? That is you reaching out to other thousands, if not millions of other people who actually need those messages. So, but there is going to be a time, this one I've been saying, and I'm going to repeat it now, because what you just offered and where you are offered me the opportunity to bring somebody like yourself, an expert, regularly. Experts, when I say somebody like yourself, I mean people who actually have expertise in different areas. And coming from the background that we all came from, Nigeria, and then comparing with the background, the kind of background that we have here, or sorry, the kind of existence or the existing system that we have here, being able to sort of analyze both, to pass a message that says, even though you are there, even though you are like this, if you don't begin to see things this way, and the reason why you actually have to see things this way is this. You might have, you might have been seeing things this way, but listen, it is actually not something that that work anymore. So I want to bring people like that, but I want to do that in my studio, which I am currently working on again. This time around, it's going to be somewhere where you can actually come in. That kind of stuff, right? I can pay for your trip. I can pay guests to come and be part of my program, right? Book your hotel and get you ready. Show up in the studio, run our stuff like this, like having a one-on-one conversation like that, like proper, you know what I mean, live, just like this. So I want to do that. I want to take things to that level. And I will be so, so honored to have people like Dr. Daniel, if that's all right. I don't know if I should call you doctor or, or just Daniel. Thank you for that. Same thing goes to Eunice. Eunice, thank you so much as well for your own super chat, which is quite incredible. I like people who are like that generous, like it's good to be anyway. Thank you. So where were we? We're talking about those who still want to have the mentality of Igbonization, Yorubanization, Fulanization, Hausanization. Now, I actually wanted to say, if we don't think of the, okay, let's think about that anyway, or should I just say plus the danger that Kolu and people around him represent dangerous people, lawless people, people who actually live above the law. If you add that, I'm gonna. Sorry, give me 1 second.
Bàbá máa sọ díẹ̀ fún yín. Aláyé ló ń bá jà ló dá pé what are you saying?
Ṣé ló wà ní fídíò yẹn?
Ó mọ tó sọ mọ́ ni.
Oníkàdé sọ pé kọ́ wá gbọ́ everybody tó bá ti kúrò ọkọ̀ pa.
Ó wà ń bẹ̀.
Láṣẹ
Àwọn alálẹ̀ ló sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ fún alálẹ̀. Ó ti pé I'm getting to 24 years on truth. Orúkọ ìbàjẹ́.
Kábíyèsí Ọlọ́run. Òun ló lọ ń coordinate fún topaz. Àwọn wo ló lọ gbá Fafia Nuru. Owó Labi Salis. Òun ló lọ jókòó
òun ló lọ jókòó pẹ̀lú oníbẹ̀jù tí oníbẹ̀jù ń pe owó labí salis pé gábà pé kinní kan wá kógun já ẹ̀pẹ́ ló dẹ̀ kọ́ fáwọn ẹnu fídíò ó mọ̀ pa ok báwo ló ṣe di balẹ̀ bá ló fi ẹjẹ balẹ̀ lámìjà ṣé wọ́n ní balẹ̀ lámìjà ṣé wọ́n ní kábíyèsí lójà fi jẹ.
tó bá kàwé dáadáa lọ wo dictionary kò lọ wo meaning ní interloper you are an interloper ọ̀bàyéjẹ́ ọ̀dàlúrú ọ̀dàlúgúnlẹ̀ sí ìlú ni ẹ.
ibi tí bàbá ò tán mọ́ ìyá ẹ̀ ló tán mọ́ wọn bẹ̀.
lẹ́bi tẹ́lu bẹ́ẹ̀ ló ní bẹ̀jù kẹ́kọ̀ọ́ gbéra ẹ̀sìn kò lọ náà lọ bá bẹ̀ jìjà. ìran ìbẹ̀jù I belong to it. More than the two are on the throne. I'm saying this done my mouth. Tí mi ò bá jọba bí wọ́n ti fẹ́ mú pé máa lọ jọba bẹ́ẹ̀ mi ò rọ́ lórí nǹkan ibi ìbẹ̀jú náà ti lọ tẹ̀yẹ ìbẹ̀jú náà ti lọ tẹ̀yẹ ìbẹ̀jú ló agbélé oníbẹ̀jú wà lẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́ agbélé oníbẹ̀jú wà lẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́ tí n bá kọjá mẹ̀gẹ́ bí pé mo jọ́ mo oníbẹ̀jú tí n bá ṣe ètùtù máa kọ́ fẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀. ìran òdì tó ń jẹ òdì ńbẹ tó ń jẹ òun òdì ọ̀hún two boy family mi ni wọ́n ẹbí mi ni wọ́n.
Tanibálẹ̀ lámìjà kékeré tanibálẹ̀ lámìjà kékeré.
ẹni sùúrù náà ìwọ wá wò títí lẹ́kí tí ẹ̀pẹ́ bí náà máa tí wọ́n lọ gba ìwọ ṣàkọlẹ̀ láti jẹ̀bọ́dé ńbẹ̀ jù mo sọ gbogbo ẹnu bàbá wà láyè àwùjalẹ̀ tó wá sọ pé ìbẹ̀jù gbogbo sọkúsọ tó ń sọ kí lè fẹ́ sọ kọ́kọ́ sí torí àwọn kinní kan wà tó yẹ pé ìwà snobẹ̀ gọ́ọ̀mẹ̀ ló pè lẹ́jọ́ gọ́ọ̀mẹ̀ ló ṣe gazette gọ́ọ̀mẹ̀ ló gbalẹ̀ èmi mo sign all the MOU what do you call it this is settlement gọ́ọ̀mẹ̀ dá padà fún mi láti enumeration pé until I appendix my signature nígbà tá a ṣe Dangote where are you people tó fi ọ̀bẹ àdá kọ̀ọ̀kan lé ọ kiri because àwọn development for ẹ̀pẹ́ division ọlọ́kọ̀ forí di dísù orí ẹ̀rọ pa dísù lé irú èèyàn burúkú báyìí ni níjọ́ ẹ̀fẹ́ ìjọ lọ ni one reason of the other mo tó dábò tí mi lè fi va lọ tọ́lọ́ fi attack ẹ̀ ibi ni gbogbo ọ̀rọ̀ fúrísì ojú bẹ̀rẹ̀ èmi mo ṣe àjókòó before even moving to
anyway, that's I'm so sorry to those who probably don't understand Yoruba. You see that guy kneeling down there. From what we heard, is is one of those political thugs, but who has sort of beaten more than he can chew. His name is Ibile. Can't remember his full name, but his popular name is Ibile. A popular land grabber around Lekki, Ajao, those areas, right? So there are those who are like going everywhere to say, take people's lands in the name of the king. He made himself ballet in an area that he wasn't, beat people up, and then, kind of set up a real estate firm that is basically there to sell people's lands and kill whoever they want to kill or threaten you to get you out of there. So it was so much that they did same just somewhere about a week or so now, and it was so bad that it could lead, kind of led to protests here and there that it became violence as well. However, that is the guy now like brought before the king, supposed owner of all the land. This is a Lagos State too. I'm talking about Lagos State because I've got a few things to show to you before I go tonight, by the way, right? Here, I'm coming back over.
Now, no, they move again. You know, see? Oh, that place very well, though. That place very well now. Is it a person? Yes. I mean, how many years now? This is never pop. You mean, so now this is why I enter in for. As I come enter this kind of for. Hi, wahala dey. Wahala dey. Wahala. You just said the passes to us.
The house to complete 8 Z.
See how many minutes we
They go use Kenigo pass.
But finally we go back home. Hey, now this one carry weight too. Oh man, guy, this one they carry leg. This one only they jump. No jump like that. If you carry one of your legs, come on. Hey, go be smart. See what I got. I have to go die. I have to go die. Can't know they move again.
Yeah, Lagos has been underwater for the past 24 hours. And for the past 48 hours, I think the water is kind of subsiding little by little, right? I've got this too.
Too much, all the one too much, too much. But I don't
That's an official vehicle being pushed out of the road. Everywhere is stopped up. That's a car sunk inside there. As of today is September 16, 2023. Those are the mopeds, and their hillocks has been stopped inside the water already. That's a stubborn car who tried to maneuver. So we advise everybody to stay at home or something, or find alternative. There's no road right now on that bridge, so you could find alternative roads. Everywhere is stopped. That's another flying boat they are using now to cross you. As you can see, flying boat is crossing human. If free flying boats, oh my God! Wow, that's the VIP crossing the boats. A free flying boats. Wow, everywhere is fucking stopped up, man. Fucking stopped up. Wow. It's plenty. Fucking stopped up.
Hey, if you tell sorry, you muna know this. See una goose. It's very terrible. Very terrible, Joe. I feel the pains, cha. I bet come see una goose for you. No water no carry and go far.
And when things like that happen, the victims will have to sort of account their losses. They are on their own. Maybe few people probably have insurance. Will get something paid to them like car insurance, shop, if you insure your shop, your wares and stuffs like that. I think I know it's not so popular, but people are smarter these days. So I hope insurance companies will be sort of right now tearing the checks for all of them, or for those who have been paying insurance and they probably have no reason to get paid for it. This is your time. I know some of you will be laughing like insurance, but now God be their insurance. If you tell them, say, come and buy insurance, they will tell you, say, oh, my brother, God, Jesus is my insurance. Heavenly Father is my insurance. People to get faith, And I think when we talk about faith, it's a very strong thing, isn't it? It doesn't really work for government, but government officials will still tell you that when they try or attempt something, it's because they have faith. Because I don't know what to, I don't know how to explain this to you. All right. As much as you all know that terrorism in Nigeria is not going anywhere, and it is also not new that you have been having a repentant Boko Haram being forgiven. You know that? And you've also been hearing that some of them are also being trained for God knows what, I don't know. Or in Nigeria, the system in Nigeria believes so much in that faith. I mean, so in that policy, that they have faith in it. The faith they have in it is the type that they believe their way or their style is going to actually fix it. It won't. So here they are, celebrating the graduation of the murderers, the terrorists.
For 8 years, the focus on tackling insurgency through soft power has been the drive of the Nigerian government, its military and security apparatus, and some international agencies ensuring peace and security returns to their affected areas in the northeast. This time, the satellite is on by some civil groups to look into the achievements of these agencies and impact in the once troubled northeast of the country.
I think with the DRR marking 8 years of impact, the DRR marking 8 years of giving this nation peace, giving this nation security, stability, 8 years of taking out souls from the bush back into the society, that we may enjoy peace. I think they deserve some kudos.
Amidst the
it is smoke Igbo. It is take Indian. It is smoke Igbo. It is take Indian.
Agency training repentant terrorists. The man drank kai, or what do you call that one? A sapele water. Can they ventilate on camera that they brought peace, stability, security to Nigeria? Is that not Onkolos? Onkolos. Onkolos means say he's on drug. It is smoke Igbo.
Alhamdulillah. 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 Rabbil Alhamdulillah.
You know? So, I'm talking about people who felt like terrorists that should. These are not people who are being rehabilitated in prison. Any rehabilitation for terrorists or criminals should come in prison when they are serving the punishment for their crime. That is why they call it, you know what they call prison? Rehabilitation center. Do you understand what that prison? If you do something wrong and you go to prison, you are not supposed to go to prison and get beaten or whatever, yeah? You are there to have time to think about what brought you there, and then go through a process that's going to rehabilitate you so that they can get you ready to go back to the society. So you have to be very careful. The kind of crime you get yourself involved in, any of them that will send you there, you know, but it's not the case in Nigeria. Politicians decide if your crime is so serious or if it is not. If you have any affiliation with them, they will determine if it is serious. Now, the reason why I'm saying this is that in 8 years that madman mentioned is the time that the insecurity in Nigeria became escalated. Before the APC, we didn't know anything about Fulani terrorists. No, we didn't. Because any Fulani that did anyhow, we see anyhow. People were dealing with any of these terrorists with whatever mode, whatever they are coming with. But the moment Bokwari came in, Fulani terrorists now suddenly appear with sophisticated weapons. Grenade launchers. I'm talking about they have something that they can shoot plane down. They shot 2 planes down in the course of saying this insecurity 8 years. So Fulani terrorists are now kidnapping people. In 8 years, they started kidnapping people, collecting ransom. This was supposed to be the modus operandi of Boko Haram. Alhaji Shekau owned that patent. He's the only person with that patent of forcefully kidnapping people, sell the ones they want to sell, kill the ones they want to kill, release the one they want to release for ransom. That kind of patent, that right in the world of terrorists in Nigeria, now only Alhaji Shekau get him. They killed him 5 times, and he died 5 times, and he resurrected 5 times. Alhaji Shekau. But when these guys came in 8 years, Fulani terrorists don't they collect tax from farmers they kidnapped. Fulani terrorists don't they collect a ransom. Fulani terrorists don't they kidnap people, and if their family members are not paying ransom on time, they will sell them to Boko Haram. Fulani terrorists are now like Fulani terrorists, Boko Haram, ISWAP 1, ISWAP 2, Buhari, pandemic. So many group of terrorists in Nigeria. May I give you the names of their group and their leaders. Or if I don't remember the name of the group, I will give you the name of the leader. So before Bokwari came in, it was Alhaji Shekau. You remember, it was the famous one. It was the one that is always uploading 30 minutes video inside the forest. When you, Uche, is still battling to upload this your 5 MB, 3 minutes tutorial on YouTube so that your subscribers can see that. I'm talking about that time, where you are uploading 3 minutes video on YouTube. You have to see that, you have to go out, you have to come back, you have to on the generator, you have to off the light, and it can take you about 2 days. Alhaji Shekau will upload 30 minutes video, 40 minutes video inside Sambisa to my clear, to my sharp. It was Alhaji Shekau's rights at the time. Alhaji Shekau will say, I am coming to Borono. Borono, cow, Shekau, cow. That's how actually he had to. I'm not the one making that up. Alhaji Shekau was it was so kind of weird that if he's coming to Abuja, you say, we are coming to Abuja. Anyway, Abuja. And they go come Abuja. It was this APC, this jihadists, that introduced other terrorist organizations you have in Nigeria today. So immediately, Alhaji Shekau didn't know that the likes of Kaduna Little Finger, I'm talking about Zaria Little Hitler, El Rufaya, Alhaji Shekau didn't know that El Rufaya and then Pandemic and the rest of all the terrorist leaders there, they've already went all over Africa to invite all the terrorists, Fulani terrorists, to come to Nigeria and help them take power. So the Fulani terrorists that are from Niger, they are from Chad, they are from Mauritania, being Mauritius, man be from one in any could matter. You shall know where I'm talking about, Ilu Dati, that's where Dati come from. Dati Papa come from. Anyway, yeah. So they told them to all come to Nigeria in case if good luck Jonathan Bafelo she to have a demo. If you go do any demo where they go enter Nigeria, burn and down. Surprisingly, good luck Jonathan was like, on top waiting. You want power, take them. That was how you ended up in the hand of the terrorists. So the terrorists they brought to Nigeria, we don't know what they promised them. Before you know it, they started invading communities. They started invading villages. They started kidnapping. I mean, kilo them now. Alhaji Shekau lang badra ki we dey pray say me Alhaji Shekau call me as Arailu kill am o. Now, Saralu call them and take them. Every day, people, if you go northern Nigeria, mosque, church, everywhere, they pray, say, make Alaji Sheka call me Saralu kill them. But when these terrorists came in, they introduced Nigerians to a new set of terrorism. And they now force Nigerians to learn how to live with that. They started giving Nigerians conditions if they want peace. Your government, they give you conditions. So those terrorists who have been killing people under Alaji Shekau, they said they will give them amnesty. I mean, rehabilitation, no court trial, no nothing. Just you don't keep asking how many people you kill. They are infidel. Don't worry. They are munafiki. I mean, so they are the kafirin. They are kafirin. They are this. So don't worry. You are repentant. Oh yeah, go. And for that 8 years, more northerners have been killed. More northerners have been displaced. More northerners who are living in refugee camps in Nigeria today have tripled, if not quadrupled, what it was in 2015. And one weary just told you there that they brought peace, stability, and whatever to Nigeria. That is why they are celebrating murderers that never actually passed through any judicial prosecution. Sherigwe go le work for Nigeria. And these ones are the Boko Haram terrorists. You know them. The ones where they cut people head. Allah Akbar. Why? I don't know. That's the way I was feeling all the time. I'm like, all the videos were so everywhere that time. Okay? Say Bishop, they kidnapped Bishop in Kaduna for after 2 weeks. They kidnapped the staff of Kiniko College in Zaria when they are traveling. Kidnapped them. And then they will go dig, dig grave like all these ISIS. And they would tell people to kneel down. Shufe Gionu any Omo Kai Bismillah look you camera on top. People we did all of that they can't wear uniform. They say they are repentant. But yet the repentant terrorists didn't give Nigeria the expo of how to end the terrorism. They're not giving them the expo. They say, make you can't celebrate. Those ones are the uniform terrorists. Others are on Instagram, celebrity criminals. The difference between these ones that and Naira Marley, Sam Larry, what's that one again? I don't know why this no name they always say off me. What's that guy's name? That one that beats DJ Chicken. Give me his name. I don't know why all their names always kind of disappear. Because I'm not really so used to their names. What's that one's name again? Give me the name before I continue. And somebody actually called me about him. Not Zion. Abu Abel. Bless you. All these bleaching rogues and criminals. You see, it be like say this scene, my long gone. And you know, say if me are here, I go talk am. Nigeria that produced Alaji Shekau, and all of these terrorist leaders in the northern Nigeria, their own connection is with their own terrorist leaders like Isa Pandemic, Bokwari, which is their leader as well. Their loyalties to them, so therefore their protection is from them. In what do you call it? In Southwest, in Yoruba land, you have all these known sort of local terrorists, and they think we should be grateful. Naira Marley once said that you guys should be grateful that somebody is not a serial killer.
Like, people need to start appreciating the effort I put into not being a serial killer. Like people need to start appreciating the effort I put into not being a serial killer. Like nuisance lele. nuisance lele. Nuisance lele.
UK drug dealer, that UK drug dealer and a gangster, big gangster or a Shinlanio, like proper one. Oh. They can't enter Nigeria, they do a year, ake, a year, aye, ake, aye. Hey, you, yeah. And the system allowed them, shielded them, protected them until God knows how many people they have killed, until they facilitated the death of one of them. On Kolos. When I finished my program last night, because I was talking about the system protecting criminals, okay, until they will do something that will eventually kind of trigger the public, and then the system will begin to do what they do better, cover up. Somebody now called me and said, Maiyegun, you see all those guys, these guys are not multimillionaires, they are billion. I said, how? He said, Maiyegun, think about this. Young men, okay, who are raking in, for example, right, who are raking in over 100, 200 million naira in a single week, just like that, like you are printing money. 200 million, 500. That person actually told me that up to 500 million, you can imagine the empire is a multi-billion-dollar empire. On Kolos. Do you know Kolos is actually drug? Me, every time they say you are on Kolos, you are on Kolos. You know, so they say you don't colo. You don't colo means you don't run, you decrease. You decrease, you dey colo. So when they say he's on Kolos, so that means it's either on drug, but it's actually drug called Kolos. And guess those who actually make the Kolos. Now them. Naira Marley and some of all their guys who knows about that, right? They are raking in dear man. And they say this Kolos in Nigeria, Oda be Tom ni. You know, I was talking about the pandemic of drug abuse among young people, especially in the last 5 years in Nigeria. It has become something like, damn it. If you see the young people who have become, oh dear, I don't know how to describe it, who have completely been like gone. They are living, but they are gone. In northern Nigeria, those who are having serious mental breakdown, mental health issue, but because there is no real care anywhere, you're on your own. You and your family can go and deal with it. They said that Kolos, it's actually real drug. Like they say, what's that one again? Tramadol. You know that Tramadol, which is a cough syrup. Abi now, she be cough syrup in Tramadol. Abi, cough syrup ni Abi. It's just like liquid shabi syrup, something that you can say cough syrup. So they get them and they drink and drink them until they high, because inside that, if you drink a bottle of Tramadol, the drug contain it, the kind of highness or whatever is in it, I don't know. They kind of look for highness from it. They don't care about what that drug will do to their system for overdose or whatever, like too much consumption. They take all those things. Now, these guys, they are manufacturing drugs for these children. Codeine, Tramadol. Codeine is painkiller, isn't it? I think codeine is painkiller. Tramadol, I think, is cough syrup. Okay, sorry. Codeine is cough. Codeine is cough syrup, Abi. Tramadol is painkiller. You see? Now, these guys are making drugs that they are giving names. Let me explain what I mean by that. Okay? Have you seen those who are selling skincare in Nigeria? Have you seen videos of where they are doing their skincare, skincare mixture? You'll be seeing yogurt, you'll be seeing wine, ogogoro, kerosene, hydrogen. You'll be seeing palm oil, epo pupa, red oil. You'll be seeing black soap. You'll be seeing Lux soap. You'll be seeing Joy soap. You will see Tura. You will see all of these things there. And then after that, they will now pour petrol. Put petrol on top and put diesel, engine oil. If they see any yes, they will call the mixer. You never see those videos. They will start pouring Chivita, orange juice, apple juice, small wine, red wine, white wine, but they will now be mixing. They'll say it's for skin. Have you never seen that? Oh, I think you should. That's exactly what they are mixing up. They'll say, if you want to have fresh skin, spotless, go on Instagram. They are there. A lot of you who are looking for Maiyegun, I'm looking for business to invest in. In Nigeria, that will not run down. If I am a business advisor, I will tell you to go and invest in renal facilities, a system whereby you will be dealing with people with cancers, skin cancer, kidney problems, and all of that, because many Nigerians are going to need that in the next 10, 15, 20 years. I'm not trying to make it sound like you should go and cash out on people's misery. They are putting it on themselves right now. Women who wanted to look so clean, wanted to look so fresh, they are buying skincare. Skincare here. Take Joy Skincare. Look at me. No dots. I suppose they sell skincare. Myself no get dot. I no get wrinkle. I no get, but I get wrinkle. But my skincare could make me glow. To glow. If you have money, you better start going and invest in that. Nigerians are going to need that, and there's no healthcare in Nigeria. A lot of them are going to need money, and they're going to need you. Go and invest in that. The same thing is going on among the young people, where this Sam Larry, what do you call him? Naira Marley, what else? Who else is there again? Abu Ebeli. They are now manufacturing drugs. I'm talking about drugs that people don't know the content. They are giving them names. They are sharing them to boys and girls at different parties everywhere. They are running them. There are already evidences of this, what I'm saying now. I'm not making all this up. Naira Marley was a big gangster in Lewisham in London when he was a young teenager. He was arrested for 122 times before he turned 19. So think about what would a teenager be doing that he's been arrested for 122 times before he turned 19. He did a documentary about his life, sure you get, of what it was. That he was like, this is my life. He didn't hide it. So to be a lot of those of you who call yourself no manners, Malians, no manners, no belt, and all of that. So when he got to Nigeria, people didn't know that he was recreating the childhood he had in London, in Peckham, and all this area, right? That was his childhood. That was his survivor. Nobody cared. He said nobody cares. And in Nigeria, there are children nobody cared about. So in London, as he was dealing on drug and all of that, like a real gangster that everybody knows, it's not new. He was also doing music. In fact, he released some of the music that was easier when he got to Nigeria. It was like, oh, he's been kind of reformed. No, he relocated to Nigeria. And then he prayed. They preyed on young people. And these stories that we are hearing about them these days, right? They are so heartbreaking that you begin to wonder, was there any supporting system for all of these guys before now? But that's not just that. The damages is even more. The damages is more. They are manufacturing drugs. A lot of you are taking these drugs from them. They call them tablets. They call them this. They pour them here and there. You just want to get high. Then you hook. And that's it. Your life is gone. And life of young Nigerians who felt like, or get caught in the web. are supposed to have led to the investigation of these guys beyond just Mohbad. But unfortunately, you are likely not going to get that. Sure, you know, it's everybody for himself, especially when the perpetrators are connected to the powers that be. Now, the report is out, they have left Nigeria. Naira Marley is not in Nigeria. Sam Larry is in Kenya. The other one, Abu Ebel, he has gone underground. All of them who claim to be the macho men, Aki, Eye, Aki, and this or that, why they are actually in the underground, they are drug runners. So who should help? The police. Unfortunately, they won't. So it's always better to put it out there. I hear that a lot of you are currently saying, I don't want to listen to his music. This thing is heartbreaking. No. In 2 weeks' time, you're going to forget. Yeah, in 2 weeks' time, you're going to forget. Yeah, Jackpa. That was his song, Jackpa. So that some people are now wondering about drug, gangsterism, bullying, beating people up, threatening people, you know, all of that. A lot of you are now wondering, like, so my Naira Marley is like that. Are you sharing wine, Iwani? He was in Nigeria, he was drinking, he was talking about, he was singing about, sex, drugs, money, Yahoo, fraud, and then so many things that are completely are setting your children up. And then you see old men, Abimaliao. A lot of them today are now like, they didn't know, they thought it was somebody who is rehabilitating young people with his music. Expectedly so, right? But that is not just all. There is more. They have money, I'll tell you that one, then get money, but they are criminals. It doesn't matter whatever they are. They present themselves as they are criminals and they have the career in it. The system enabled it. And today, what do you call it? A lot of you are asking the system to fix it. To fix it. How? They created the system. They can't fix it. They will gaslight you. Maybe you hear that minister gaslighting a victim there, right? They will gaslight you. I was telling my friends today, I said, the bottom line is they will say they didn't see them hold the boy or kill him. These whole reactions right now is because all of you, they're mad right now. All of you are angry right now. So they need to make it look like they want to do something. In 2 weeks' time, we'll be talking about something else. Go and write it down. The reason why it's going to be up to that time self is because it is more bad. And he's got his own follow. I mean, this happened to this young generation. And as young generation, if this is hurting them, it's not going to go away just like that. So for another few days or so, I've seen videos of people protesting, asking government to do something, in few days or so, everybody will move on and they will be waiting on the police. If you see anything after that, you are trying to create a problem. You are the problem, not Naira Marley. I mean, that's what will happen. They arrest them. They need to arrest Sam Larry. They need to arrest. Come on. When your emotion is completely done with, and I mean, when another sad other thing happens, right? And your emotion begin to shift to them, you realize that, they will tell you they can't arrest them. I even told my friend, I said, if they feel like the heat is too much, they may just say, okay, Sam Larry, and their guys, Naira Marley, they have submitted themselves to the police. Now, where they go finish some of you, okay? Those of you are asking them to arrest them and do all of that, the way they go kind of play you is that breaking news: Naira Marley and Sam Larry, they have submitted themselves to the police. So you will be thinking, arrest them, arrest them, then they will do press conference. In that press conference, police will say, because we have evidence that they bullied Mobado. We have evidence that they bullied him. but they did not contribute to his death. We are now charging Naira Marley and Kiniko. We are charging them for what do you call it, for bullying. And now when you can't go check what is the punishment for bullying, you go realize they don't carry you mugu. But they will now say if you have evidence that they contributed into Kiniko, they want you to bring the evidence forward as they're asking you right now. Bring evidence that they killed him or they contributed to what killed him, Abi. But to satisfy you and say, but they have come to police because they have nothing to hide. So the police cannot detain them. The offense is bailable. It's called bullying. So they have been bailed. They have been released. Now they remind police after 2 weeks, after 2 months, after 1 year. Police, have you not completed the investigation on Naira Marley? The rest you go just hear Naira Marley going on tour. It no be that they tell you say, nah, so I want them to be, but now so it go be. There's no justice for anybody because an unjust system cannot dispense justice. If you have an unjust system, it is to do away with your just system if you really want to have if you want to have justice. Do you understand? And thank you. And I'm also sorry that I didn't take course tonight, okay? But well enough. I told you it was going to be Sunday sermon, which could just be me talking from every point of whatever I feel like. So, Daniel, thank you. Like I said, right? Normally, I could bring you up like we do normal studio connection and all that. I'm trying to get to, I'm working on something that's more or less like having a proper space. Here you get. My platform has gotten to a stage whereby I could bring a special guest on the program, which would require if I have to put them in a hotel. But you are in Glasgow. You and I probably will have a segment on when it comes to especially mental health. And then this area of your specialization, DNA, as well as, sexual, victim and all that. So you are going to be very handy because with a phone call, I can say, what are you doing this weekend? Would you like to come on for a dispatch? I'm also having another guest in that aspect. Of course, we can do that. Just don't leave Glasgow now. Because now you are going to be putting my mind into that and say, well, I've got an expert that's going to be like somebody I can be asking questions that will be, as you're answering my questions, right? We are both educating our viewers. It's going to be so interesting. You know, I told you that there's going to be a time in this Glasgow that I'm going to have a very big auditorium. When I say auditorium, it's going to be like a shooting studio with all the cameras, all the lights, the one you see on these talk shows, right? Oh, I'm still going to have that. But give me time, okay? I'm going to work on that. Now, when that time comes, whereby a lot of you, Maiyegun's supporters, Maiyegun's friends, Maiyegun's listeners, you will have to buy what is called season tickets. You know what a season ticket is? You will have to buy a ticket to attend the live show on MaiyegunsDiary Politico, where I'm going to have a panel of people sitting on there. I'm going to have this, hands-free microphone. I'm going to be like moving within the audience. I'm going to be asking questions and all of that stuff. But it's going to be like a relative one whereby all of you will come from all over the world. You're going to come there. It's going to be something that you're going to plan. I'm looking forward to that. So yeah, when I begin to see people who are interested in what I am doing, so when I get to that growth or building towards that, I want them to be part of it, to build content that actually is broad. You know what they say, broad conversation. And then you begin to pick your own favorites too. And so I love that doctor that came 2 weeks ago. Or I love that lawyer when he was talking about immigration right, this or that. How does that affect you? How does that affect me? You know, that kind of conversation. And Daniel is offering me that on a platter. You know, that's what you are doing. Oh, you are offering me that your expertise on a platter. Something where we say I'm supposed to get my crew, the media crew that will be looking and then scouting for people that have what it takes to be on whatever Maiyegun is working on. Now you are offering me that on a platter. So thank you. So don't leave Glasgow, please. Not now. don't take that job if it's going to take you out of Glasgow. Okay? Don't. Just stay here. So good here, right? So that you and I can actually meet in person and many more people like that. Okay? But I want that to be a place whereby you can walk in. Yeah? You can drive down when I give you the address. You say, oh, I'm going to Maiyegun's, I'm going to be on Maiyegun tonight. And then you drive down. Yeah? And then you have a reception where, you know, not a reception per se, it's going to be a proper house, right? Then you walk in, somebody offered you coffee, tea. We start having a chat, a gist before the show. Other people are doing everything, setting things up and all that. You and I having that chat, getting that familiarization, you know, so that when we go on the show, it becomes like you and I have known ourselves for years. Because a lot of you have known me for years anyway. So I'm almost there. Almost. And it's going to be from this year. And it's also a very big goal for 2024. I want to begin to have physical contact. If I'm not in the UK, if I'm coming to the US, I want to have a team that's going to actually put together a sort of a moment where I can engage people and have that physical what have you. So I'm building that all. And Daniel, thank you for making me believe that it is actually doable. I'm going to let everybody go to bed now, right? And that would be, don't leave. Just like the broadcast before you go, okay? Like, share, and all that. And if you joined us midway, please watch this from the beginning. It is not your typical Maiyegun what have you, but I did my best to make sure that your time is worth it, okay? I couldn't let that go. And I thank you for enduring me to now. I will see you some other time. Until then, good night.
Maiyegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò.
Maiyegun Diary, Maiyegun number one.
Maiyegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò.
Maiyegun Diary, Maiyegun number one.
Maiyegun ti dé o, ọ̀rẹ́ ará ìlú.
Maiyegun Diary, Maiyegun number one.
Lórí Facebook, lórí YouTube.
Maiyegun Diary, Maiyegun number one.
Gbogbo bó ṣe ń lọ ni Maiyegun já wa sí.
Maiyegun Diary, Maiyegun number one.
Àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í bò níbẹ̀ o.
Maiyegun Diary, Maiyegun number one.
Bó bá ṣe eré, àní Maiyegun máa wí.
Maiyegun Diary, Maiyegun number one.
Ó sì tún ṣe eré, wàá gbọ́ níbẹ̀ o.
Maiyegun Diary, Maiyegun number one.
Maiyegun Diary, Diary Politico.
Maiyegun Diary, Maiyegun number one.
Godfatherism kò sí lọ́rọ̀ Maiyegun.
Maiyegun Diary, Maiyegun number one.
Ẹ farabalẹ̀ sẹ́ o kẹgọ́rọ̀ lẹ́nu o.
Maiyegun Diary, Maiyegun number one.
Àní Maiyegun làwa mọ̀ tó dòdòdò.
Maiyegun Diary, Maiyegun number one.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé. Maiyegun ti dé.
Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Lórí Facebook.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Lórí YouTube.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Bọ́ bàbá gbé wúrẹ́.
Maiyegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Ijó ìgbádìyẹ.
Maiyegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Presido bá rúfin o.
Maiyegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Kí gómìnà kówó jẹ.
Maiyegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Ọlọ́pàá tí ń darí bá.
Maiyegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Aṣòfin tí ń rúfin o.
Maiyegun máa wí.
àní ẹ̀sùn ràjò.
Maiyegun ti dé.
òkúra olóṣèlú.
Maiyegun máa wí.
àní ẹ̀sùn ràjò.
Maiyegun ti dé.
ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Maiyegun ti dé. gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran o.
Maiyegun ti dé. gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran.
wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ o Maiyegun ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀ wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ Maiyegun ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀ oníkan ṣáàtì ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe fáwọn ará ìlú tó gbé wọn débẹ̀ o àyè.
Maiyegun ti dé. gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ òní fi wọ́n níran.
kì máa yí ṣeré ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣẹ̀fẹ̀. kì máa yí ṣeré ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣẹ̀fẹ̀. ẹni bá ti lè lẹ́bọ̀ lẹ́rù o ọmọ bá dèrò kàṣà ìtú wọn síta.
Maiyegun ti dé. gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ òní fi wọ́n níran.
tẹnitẹni ọmọ Maiyegun ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni mo fọlọ́hún sọ ẹ̀ bá kìlẹ́bù lóòótọ́ olódodo ìlú ọ̀tá ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni ìwọ ṣá máa ń ṣọ́ra kò sì mọ́ bẹ̀rù bọ́tà ń lérí bóníṣègùn lé káwọn mọ̀mọ́ fi ṣera wọn ni ó ti dẹrùn tí wọn ò gbọ́dọ̀ sì mọ́ bẹ̀. èèpo ọ̀bọ lọmọ bá dérò tàjẹ́ ò gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́ ó ti dọba lórí àbínú ẹni kò sì mọ́ fòyà àìsíwọ́lú ní ẹnìkẹ́ ìgbódì ẹyin lábàrá o ó kó ẹni tó bá dán o àkàmù. Maiyegun ti dé. gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì o ẹni bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò òní fi wọ́n níran o.
Maiyegun ti dé. gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ òní fi wọ́n níran.